Welcome to Food Clinic, where we get to show you different ways on how to make amazing, delicious, sumptuous meal for yourself, your family members, and your loved ones. I'm your host on today's episode. My name is B, and today I'll be showing you how to make Buka stew. Yes, we're going into the streets to learn how to make Buka stew. Of course, if your favorite stew, on some days maybe you have food in the house, but you're still craving that Iyabisi stew down the road, this is right for you. Alright, when we come back from the short break, I'll be introducing our ingredients and our guests. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Welcome back, but before I introduce my ingredients, the name of the guest that will be joining us in today's episode is JJ. He's a model and he also happens to be a food enthusiast.
That's yummy.
Welcome and thank you for joining us in today's episode.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Okay, you're very much welcome.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you, from the look of the ingredients on here, what do you think we're making today?
Wow, I think it's rice and stew because I'm seeing a lot of pepper and onions and some other ingredients like
Why
that.
didn't you guess jollof rice?
Yeah, because the pepper is too much.
Oh, okay.
It was jollof rice, so this pepper is too much for jollof rice.
It's like you're a very good cook. Do you know how to cook?
Yeah, I know how to cook now. I have some experience, yeah, but I'm not a professional, but I have some experience.
So you describe yourself as a good cook?
Yeah, I'm a good cook now, yeah.
Okay, how did you learn how to cook?
I've just been always curious about cooking ever since I was little. Anytime my mom is cooking in the kitchen, I always go inside to like just see what she's doing. I like want to learn from her.
Yeah.
You know, and then when I started getting older, I started watching YouTube videos and stuff like that to like
food.
Yeah, for
wow.
food. Like I really like food. I eat a lot. Like don't play with me. I eat
so
a
nobody's
lot.
going to shakara for you in the future?
No, nobody.
That's really nice. It's very rare. Sometimes you hear people say, no, boys shouldn't enter the kitchen. The kitchen is not meant for men.
No. That's back in the days, but nowadays a lot of guys are cooking, a lot of men are cooking.
That's really a nice one. I'm super proud of you. Okay, so today we're gonna be making Buka stew. Buka stew, white rice. You know, sometimes you might have food in your house, but you might be craving one woman's food down the road. You know, this kind of food that you just want to eat just to satisfy your craving. So that's the stew we're gonna be making today. And first of all, I already have my parboiled rice, so I'll be going in with the rice to get it to cook properly while we start making our stew.
Okay.
So are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so let me quickly introduce the ingredients we're going to be using today.
Okay.
Over here we have our chopped onion, we have our pepper mix, we have our boiled eggs, vegetable oil, crayfish, cow skin hide, also popularly known as pomo. We have our blend of spices and our already cooked goat meat.
I'm not gonna lie, they look good already. The aroma myself, I'm already passively the aroma before we start cooking.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, so we're moving over to this point to start cooking.
Okay, let's
all right.
That's yummy.
So we're putting our water for our rice over here, and then we just let our pot preheat, so that in case there's any liquid left in the pot, it dries out. So we can go into our vegetable oil and start making our stew.
Okay.
Alright, so just a little bit more time, and that's that. Our pot is already preheated, so we're going to our vegetable oil.
Okay.
Yeah. Carefully. Whoa. So we're going to our vegetable oil. Yeah, so we're going to let it preheat. So once it's doing that, once it gets hot, we'll go in our onion and a blend of spices. So a quick one for you. What's the best food you can cook?
The best food I can cook? That's a hard one, but I'll probably go with boiled yam and fried egg.
Okay.
Yeah, because like it's very easy to prepare. You just boil the yam and just put salt and then fry the egg.
You are really a foodie. You're really a foodie. I was thinking you just say maybe something very simple.
No, I like boiled yam and fried egg, and it's very tasty. If I cook it for you, enjoy it.
Wow, that's very nice. Yeah. I'm going to after once we're done with this now, you enter the kitchen and make for us.
Yes, now.
Okay, that's amazing. That's beautiful. Okay, so how would your family and friends, have you ever cooked for family, for friends?
Yeah, I cook for them now a lot because like my mom is not always at home, so most times whenever I'm at home, I'm the one that cooks. because they know I'm a good chef. But I'm not trying to like
Oshe.
hype myself up. I'm just telling you, like, so I cook. So and like sometimes I get like positive reviews, sometimes negative reviews, depending on the dish I'm cooking.
Oh,
so
that's really
overall
nice.
it's positive. It's positive.
That's nice though. So that means you're bado.
Yes, yes,
that's good. That's a very nice one.
Yeah.
So I think our oil is already hot, but let's test it. Let's put in a bit of this.
Onions, okay.
We didn't hear anything, so it's not yet hot.
Okay.
You know, once I like to get that
yeah. Once it's hot enough,
exactly.
Once you put something inside,
just makes that noise, and then we start cooking.
That's yummy.
Okay, so I think our oil is ready.
Okay.
So we're going to our chopped onions right about now. Okay, so okay. Yeah. Then there's something I love to do. Once I put in my onion, I like to go in my spices. Why? Because it helps, as the onions is releasing its flavor, it also helps the spices too to release its own flavor into the stew. Okay. So this is what I love to do.
Well, I never knew that. Honestly.
Yes. So once
it's different.
I learned it from my mom. So once I go in with my onion, I have to go in my spices. So as the onions is releasing its own flavor, the spices too. You can the aroma of this.
I'm already passing.
So you see. So that's why your neighbor downstairs, you be cooking, and your neighbor downstairs, I'm like, what's this guy going to cook again?
Yeah,
you know that vibe, exactly. So that's it. So once you just put in your onion, you go in with your spices, it helps release the flavor. So once that is done, I'm going to let it cook a bit. Then we'll be going into our pepper mix.
Okay, no problem.
So I'll be giving it a quick stir. So while you're cooking, have you ever what's the biggest mistake you've made in the kitchen that you're like, I beg no enter kitchen again, this guy won't go on house? What's the
biggest mistake? I'll say I probably put too much spice inside the food. I couldn't gauge the correct amount of spice or Maggi I needed for the food, so I just put a lot. And then when the dish was over, once I served people, they were like, what did you cook for us like this? This is too much Maggi, too much stuff like that. So I think maybe that's the biggest mistake. And then the burning of the house too. Because I was cooking something, then I forgot. Maybe I got carried away by watching football.
It happens. It happens even to the best of us. It happens.
Yeah. So
okay. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, so we're going into our pepper mix right now. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, this is a lot. So our pepper mix is already inside. So as we're watching it cook, so I'll just give it a quick stir. Okay. So that it starts to get dry ASAP. So do you like to experiment when cooking? Do you just do the regular things, like you want to make something everybody knows, or do you like to try something, you like be innovative in the kitchen?
Honestly, I like to be innovative.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, I like that because I don't just like following the bandwagon, what everybody's doing. I just like to try my own style, and maybe because being innovative, you can form new things.
Very true.
Because instead of the normal jollof rice, maybe you just want to add something. You can just form a new recipe or something like that.
Very true. Very true.
So that's why I just like to play around with ingredients in the kitchen, stuff like that.
That's really nice. That's really nice.
That's yummy.
So while our stew is drying up, I would love to put the water is ready for the rice. So please, can you help me with the rice?
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you. So we're going in with our rice right about now, so that as our stew is getting ready, our rice too will be done. So we're not waiting for rice to start cooking. We dey chop immediately. Stew done. Exactly.
I'm just happy it's a lot of rice, so there's a lot to go around.
God, boys, you men, in fact, you guys can eat.
I told you I like food now. I can eat, so don't play with me.
I always feel for, I don't feel for them, not like it's a bad one, but a house whereby there are a lot of guys. The lady of the house or the cook or the chef, she has a lot of work.
That's right.
Okay, so I think our rice is almost ready. Let me quickly check. Okay, I think our rice is done. So let me just leave it on low heat so it properly dries at the bottom. And our stew is properly dry as well. So let's go in. I'll be going in with our eggs first. I'll go in with the eggs so that the oil can enter into it. Then a bit of our crayfish. Just little crayfish. I love crayfish in my stew. I don't know if it's a bad habit.
That thing you do with the egg, I think I like it because I prefer my egg when it's
So
soaked inside.
you know the
stew,
vibe
you
now. You know the vibe. Then our
Yeah.
cow skin hide is also going in.
Okay.
So they can also take time to cook. So I'll be testing. So we're done. Our meat stock, everything is already inside.
Okay.
Well, we're just letting it simmer up a bit. Our goat's meat is already cooked. So it's going to be the last thing I'm going to put in because it's already cooked. So let me just give the cow skin hide out one more and the egg just a little cooking time. And we're done. Our rice is ready.
Okay.
So we're turning it off. Okay. So have you ever thought about cooking professionally? Like maybe making money off cooking?
Yeah, I've thought about this. I've actually thought about starting a restaurant, but like it's not something like I've really focused on. But like I would like to do it, something like that. Just
You
like
would
maybe.
love to.
Yeah, but like before that, I would like to further my studies or like my knowledge on cooking, because like even
Go
if
to
you are
culinary
good,
school.
yeah, you can't know everything.
Of
at
course,
least,
of
you
course.
understand. So even if it's for a year or like 6 months, something like that, it's
Wow.
not cost.
That's
to just learn
impressive.
something.
That's really impressive because most people think that because you can cook. See, when it comes to now making food for like people, it's more than that.
Yeah,
Abroad,
it's more than
they're
that.
like different bodies. Not like Nigeria now. It's okay. Sabi cook. You don't go open shop down the road. There are
Very
bodies
fast,
that check. They
Yeah.
check if your environment is neat. They check so many things. They check your qualifications. They check your hygiene. They check so many things before you're giving a go ahead to open up a restaurant or where you serve people food. So I don't know. I think there's this in the part of the world whereby we don't do that part of the checking
True,
and everything.
true,
Yeah.
true,
So I'm
true.
really impressed with the fact you said you want to go to the culinary
Yeah.
school, get certification so that you know what you're doing, because cooking for yourself and family is not the same as cooking for large number of people and and all of that. With that, let me quickly check on our stew
Yeah.
to see how it. You want to take a look?
Yeah, I can see it's coming together.
Yes,
really quickly. Like,
it is,
It's looking
it
very
is.
delicious.
It is. So
I
I'll
can't wait.
just
I can't wait. I can't wait. Honestly.
okay, just in a few more minutes, let me quickly put in our goat meat.
Okay.
So that it still gets the stew flavor, and give it a quick stir.
This is really the Buka stew you're talking about. Like I'm seeing it now.
Everywhere obstacle.
Yeah.
So that's it. So we're done. So while we're letting it just I'll be leaving it for some minutes to just cook with the goat meat,
Okay.
and we're done already. So when we get back from the short break, you'll be going right into the food. You test it and give us your honest review on what you think. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, we'll be right back after the short break. Don't go anywhere. Stay right there.
That's yummy.
Welcome back, guys, and now onto the moment of truth that we've been waiting for. Our guest JJ is going to be testing this meal, and he's going to be leaving us with his honest review on what he thinks about the meal. So you'll be rating this meal out of a 10. Okay?
Okay.
So let's dig right in.
Can't wait.
Yes, please.
I can't wait. I'm not gonna lie, it tastes good, child. It tastes good.
You like it?
I like it. I like it.
Will you be trying this?
I'll try it. Like I can finish the whole thing. I can even eat it on myself.
Okay, that's a good one. So you guys have heard. So out of a 10, what are you rating us?
100.
Osho, baddest.
Honestly speaking, it's really good. You guys need to try this. It's good.
Oh, thank you so much. So guys, you've heard from the horse's mouth that our meal is 100 out of a 10.
100.
So please do well to make this recipe for yourself, your loved ones, your family members, and you're not going to regret it. At this point, I'll be leaving you guys, but before I go, don't forget to follow us on all of our social media handles. You can see it displaying right about now on the screen. I remain your favorite host, B. Bye, guys.